retains the placement.
So it just retains it. Wow. So
Yeah,
that's like,
pretty cool.
yeah, everyone's constantly subscribed.
Yeah, pretty much. So sorry, guys. Just permanently got you dragged into the abyss.
Um, today I saw someone called Skibbity Toilet. I have noticed a distinct reduction in the amount of Skibbity Toilet mentions, and frankly, I'm here for it because
I'm
that thing
moving in a
was
positive direction.
was pure brain rot. You don't see it as often these days anymore, and I think that's a good thing. It's kind of like it's getting down to the kind of same sort of base level of frequency that you see like Among Us mentioned as well, or like
Mhm,
Sus. It's kind of going to
mhm,
that level of ubiquity, but hopefully it will just sort of stay there. But I don't think you'll get rid of it entirely. So
mhm.
does the guy who makes it, does he still get millions of views on his videos?
I have a feeling he may, and that just kind of makes me want to jump down into a hole and
Yeah,
die.
understandable.
Yeah.
Hey man, respect the grind.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? How are your weeks going? I'm very glad for you guys to be here. Thank you for turning up on a Thursday.
Yeah. Thank you for dragging
Uh,
yourselves here.
my Thursday's going quite well. It's been a bit busy, but surprisingly, not necessarily work related. It's sort of everything surrounding work, but very glad to be here to talk to you all. Um, we'll We've not got, in terms of what I want to show some of you guys, not got too much to showcase. Still working on the Warden abilities and things like that. I wanted to talk about some of the plans I posted in DevFeed though, because I know that some of you are probably quite interested in what some of the future things we're working on is.
Mhm.
Can I say something very British? I don't know. What is something very British? There you go. Done. Next
Very
question.
British.
Um, Oh God, yeah, that classic one. Oh, bottle of water. See, I don't say it like the plebs do though. You're not gonna catch me saying bottle of water or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it eloquently.
Eloquently. Nice.
Where is everyone in the world right now? Have we got a lot of UK people at the moment, or what? Where is everyone?
South Africa. Nice.
Cindy, you spent some time
Good.
in South
I
Africa, didn't
did.
you?
I lived there
Nice.
for a good few years. Nice.
Latvia. How's the weather in Latvia today? I haven't heard of the
Brazil.
country water. I've not heard of that country. Brazil, very nice.
Someone said USA, unfortunately.
USA, unfortunately. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Getting sent your way. I may well be in the US in about a month or two. I tend to spend half of my time between the US and the UK at the moment, so
Mm.
the USA folk may well be graced with, or disgraced, as the perspective might be, with my presence in a month or two. So looking forward to going back. I sometimes I travel to Las Vegas sometimes. So
Mhm.
nice, cool.
He's a Vegas dweller. Should we get started on some of the topics in the dev feed, and then we'll go into a little bit of Q&A?
Yeah,
What do you want to
yeah.
do for the room?
Let's do. Yeah, what are people most interested in right now? Because in terms of what we have to show for you, we can do the new creature. Because I definitely know that some of you guys want to know what the two new creatures are
Mhm.
coming for next week.
I can show you one of them.
We're gonna talk about some of the stuff I've posted in dev feed because I know there's probably a few questions around that, and then we'll probably do the Q&A afterwards.
Sounds good.
So ladies and gents, what do we want to start with? Dev feed or new creatures reveals?
There are lots of creatures, lots of species.
I'm seeing
Okay,
a few creatures. Yeah, let's do
what we
creatures
might
first.
do? Do you want to just do a little stream of the guy that's
Mm,
ready for showcasing?
yeah, you can do it however you like. Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's go to. Let me just get to desert, and then we won't have the doomed grass eating at our stream. We need to, we need to fix
Oh
that.
yeah.
There's got to be a way to fix that. Um, but we have something really cool actually on its way. It's not releasing this week. It's releasing next week. You guys would like to? Let me zoom right in so it's a bit difficult for you guys to make it out. It's not far. So if you turn your attention to this stream, we have sand, lovely, great sand. We zoom out a little bit, we get this weird looking bony kind of scale. Zoom out a little bit more, you can kind of see a little bit of a head. And if we keep going, we have our first pure proper crocodilian that is going to be joining us. This is Sarcosuchus. He's absolutely wedge looking. He's pretty cool. Um, he's really, really custom as well. We put a lot of effort into this, as you can see with the animations. He's got full weight on all of his animations. He's got movable tail. The tail is split beautifully, so it can move really, really fluidly. He actually has something a little bit custom as well with his eyes. You guys see those little membranes across the kind of eyeball there? He has crocodilian eyes. He also has a custom dewlap, so it moves in the animations. I'm really, really happy with this. This creature is awesome.
Looks very cool. Yeah,
I'm
looks
really, really
awesome.
hyped for you guys to get
Uh,
access to it.
who, which amongst you have played Red Dead Redemption 2? Because I'm getting like proper albino crocodile hunting
For
vibes from that.
sure.
I don't know if you guys got that far in Red Dead, but I'm like, oh yeah, that looks just like that. So
You guys want to see a little sneak peek of the aggro? I feel like that's normally what some people like to see. He's really, really cool. I like him. I mean, we have Nymph, we have Kendall, right? And now we have Sarko. But I want to showcase this really quickly because his aggro is amazing. He actually does a little like leap forward like a proper crocodile would, and then there's a little bit of a bellow, and he does another snap.
oh, that's really good. That's really
Very,
good.
very cool. I really like this guy. And he's very, very polite looking when he sits down. But yeah, I would showcase there is a second smaller creature joining this guy. This guy is going to be from the achievement gacha that we are working on. He will have a little friend with him. The friend is also kind of spiny in a different kind of way, and is loosely based off of a sea slug slash hedgehog. So it's a very, very interesting little critter that is
Do
going
we
to be
have
joining us.
do
So
we have do we have anything to show them on
I
that
have
front?
I have a little bit of a sneak peek I could get if you would like.
Very nice.
Let
It's
me.
I don't think it's in game currently yet, is it? This
No,
one
it's
is,
not in
but
game. No, no.
no.
This one's fully set up because I wanted
We've
to
got
showcase it.
we've got some pictures of it. Yeah.
We have Excel in chat who is responsible for modeling this
Ah,
beast. So
shout out.
he's very cool. We're gonna stop the stream here for a second, and then I'll grab you a little picture of the other little critter, little creature.
Cool.
Why is the new creature being shown here? Won't that ruin the surprise factor? So that's a good question. Um, I'll let Dom, I guess, address that because Dominic is the big brain behind all of our showcasing. We're moving in a little bit of a
Am
different
I?
direction. So yeah, yeah, you are. I'd say
Oh,
you are.
oh, okay. Oh, well, who put me in charge? What a bad idea.
Yeah. What a
No,
terrible
so
idea, right?
so in general, I guess, as we try and re-look at some of the cadence for creatures and how we do the reveals, I think one of the big things I want to do is play up some of the reveals, showcase them a little bit earlier at campfires and things like that,
Hmm.
and maybe do that a little bit earlier than just like the week of, because some of the things that I think it's very like let me put my thoughts into words. Having like all the reveals drop the week of kind of doesn't give enough people to sort of sit on it and think
Hmm.
about it. So like one of the things we're trying to do now is get things announced sort of like maybe the week before. Um and I think starting with creatures, we could maybe try and lead that on a little bit longer. So like maybe we're announcing a group of creatures all at once, and their rough release times rather than just like week to week. Because then at some point, like it's like, oh, they've released like 5 creatures. I didn't really like the one they're going to do this week, but actually there's like 4 others which I really like the look of.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
So
bit
it's not
like
just
a
like
little bit like Dragon Adventures does, yeah, where they sort
mhm.
of reveal a bulk of them in one go. So we'll see if that's how it plays out. It may well do so as we sort of increase the lead time on some of these creatures and
Yeah.
we get them in the weeks before. So that's
But
kind of the plan.
this is the
And
same thing that Dom was talking about in DevFeed, giving you guys a little bit of a chance to see more while
yes,
also allowing us to slow down a little bit so it's not as full on crazy.
yeah, it's like more heads up, really.
Hmm.
But enough of that. Enough of that stuff. We want to see the new creature. We want to see next week's creature.
I'll leave a little bit of a spoiler. The unsilhouetted version of his back has been posting stage announcements. You guys can get a little sneak peek of him with his colors and his palette. I'm tempted to show. I am tempted to show like a full kind of clip of him. Not really a clip of him, but I guess like a little snippet of his face. I think you guys might like him, so I will just quickly attach one. But
Cool.
I think if you want to yap while I'm while I'm grabbing that, feel free.
What's everyone's favorite food?
Good
I don't
save,
know.
Dom.
What's mine? Sushi. Dude, UK sushi. Right, I don't know. Fellow UKers, have you found anywhere in the
Oh,
United
you
Kingdom which
guys.
does good sushi? Because I need a place. They all suck. they all. I can't find one.
They are
Like I
pretty
said,
bad.
I travel to Las Vegas. Las Vegas, a landlocked state, has better sushi than the UK does, which is an island. Like, what's up with that? Who knows? I saw a bit of
Okay,
pasta in there. I
let
do like
me.
pasta.
You guys want to see Chromaheg? Chromaheg is adorable.
Yes. Oh, dude. Ryan coming in
I'll
clutch with
I'll
the
put
fish and
him in
chips.
stage announcements.
Dude,
He
Yorkshire
is
puddings
so
don't.
cute.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. I'll shut up
No,
about
it's
food.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look at him.
Let's do the creature reveal.
Go check it out. He's adorable. He's so sweet looking. Isn't he cute?
Oh, that actually
I'm
looks really
so
cool.
hyped for him.
It's pretty awesome.
I like sat and stared at him and I was like, we absolutely must make a creature like this.
This is like
And I
the
was like, he
equivalent.
needs to be in the game.
This is almost Rat Warden.
That's what I'm saying.
Like low key Rat Warden.
Don't. I hate you.
Go to London for best sushi. I will do that.
Oh
I'm going to
god.
be in London actually on Saturday, so I will do it. I will find a place. Thank you. Nice.
He's so cute.
Looking good.
But yeah, you guys have a whole week to be hyped about these now. So we have a lot to get through still. So I will let Dom touch on a couple more topics from DevFeed, and then we'll do a little bit of Q&A.
Yeah, so those are the creatures, guys. Hope you're looking forward to those. Let's talk a bit about dev feed, shall we? Because I know there's quite a few things that I've posted which some of you may want to know about. So let's break it down first. What's the first thing you guys want to know about from dev feed? So we've talked about the appearance tokens for the session, footsteps on mobile, very nice little things. Appearance tokens is probably a big W in the chat for that one.
Hmm.
The Ardor Warden ability, we can talk a little bit about that. Some of the creature boosts, we can also talk about achievements, gacha, and then maybe some of the stuff in planning as well. But what do we want to touch on first, guys? Of
I think
those,
some people might not really know anything about the actual appearance change token if they don't actually read the dev feed. So do you want to just explain quickly what you mean by that? I've seen a couple
I
questions already.
I can, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
as you guys know, using an appearance token um, allows you to re-edit a creature, and that behavior will persist for the whole session. So right now, you have to use it every time you hit the edit button. Whereas with the change we're going to make, it's like you can edit it as many times as you like, as long as you don't leave the game. So that way, if you make a mistake and spawn in, you go, oh, I need to go back to the menu and edit it again. You can just do that without spending another token. So it's as simple as that.
Yippee!
You'll waste a lot fewer tokens by making mistakes. So
Pro
um,
change.
in terms of the footsteps on mobile, that's so footsteps don't appear on mobile, but the sounds now will. Some of the feedback we got from some of the players is like you can't hear any of the like invisible creatures are actually impossible to spot on
Hmm.
mobile. So we're going to give you guys footsteps on mobile so that you can hear them at
Yippee!
least. So that's good.
And
Um,
performance-wise, that should be safe, stable. So
yeah, I think
fingers
so.
crossed.
Should yeah, it's fine.
Hmm.
Don't worry too much about if it's performance or not. We that's for us to worry about.
A long
Um,
time ago,
the,
there was the concern it was
the
going to make someone into a nuclear power plant with
well,
their phone.
I mean, for those of you who are interested, sounds if they're handled improperly can be really laggy, but
Hmm.
um, things related to like bitrate and stuff, if you just keep the bitrate low, you can get away with using as many sounds as you want. But sometimes a lot of sound designers don't know about that because they want things to sound high quality and they crank the bitrate up, and all of a sudden I'm having to load in gigabytes of sounds onto my phone, and
which
that tends to
translates
be the issue. But
which translates into Dom
I
is
don't want
cool
to
and knows how to do that.
let's not nerd out about that
No,
because
no, 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 no.
I want to talk about the big dev feed stuff, which is
Continue,
obviously
please.
the new Ardor Warden ability.
Hmm.
So I haven't got anything to show on it yet, but for those of you who are interested, do you guys know kind of what chain lightning is and like how that operates, kind of like how that typically works in a game? Yeah, it's very similar to that. So the idea is that three creatures will be linked together. So your Ardor Warden will activate this ability, and those three creatures will be linked together sort of permanently. Well, I say permanently, like for like a minute or two. I don't know, for an amount of time. So when it gets activated, the three closest creatures to the warden, as long as there's three creatures close to the warden, will become linked together, and any damage done to one will affect all three. That's effectively the gist of it. In
Hmm.
terms of scaling the damage for tiers, that's kind of one of the things we're trying to balance right now because it. One thing we found was like when we first did it, like you could one hit a Manawi and like the tier 5 would just immediately also fall over, so it was really broken. So we needed to go back to the drawing board on that. And then also I kind of don't want you to be able to one hit a Manawi if you like link them together and then hit a Caldon Terrace with your tier 5
Yeah.
because that also would kind of suck. So that's why we're balancing that those two outcomes right now. So it feels a little bit less broken because otherwise
Mhm.
it's actually a really broken ability if we don't balance that correctly. So
Only
that's what the
slightly busted.
testers yeah. So that's what the testers are working on right now. That's the gist of it. On some of the next stuff, creature boosts. So you guys know how the boosts work right now. Each day it chooses like a new um, creature
New
to
rotation of
give
a
a
creature, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe I could show this in game right now. Let me check if it's
Probably good.
working. But effectively, it's going to pick 20 of them now rather than one, and the boost's going to be a little bit more powerful.
Hmm.
There's also going to be three different types of boosts as well. So I should be able to share my screen. Nope, that's my webcam. You don't get that. Not me. Not today. That's why I have covers on my webcams, guys. I would highly recommend you invest in covers for your
Uh,
webcams. Um, yeah, it's not working yet. So you guys are familiar with this screen, aren't you? So you have everyone can see my screen fine. Yep,
mhm.
everyone see that. Dom face reveal. No, I'm not very good looking, so you don't want to see my face. Um, Everyone see my screen fine? Screen share? Yeah. So effectively like this stat boost right now, which gives you damage, speed, and stamina regen. We're going to do three types of these now. One's going to be more damage oriented, so like it'll be like a damage weight buff and I think a slight heal buff. One's going to be speed based, so it'll like buff speed and stamina. And then one's going to be like healing, so it'll be like full stamina regen, full healing regen. It's going to apply to 20 creatures and last, we think, about a week right now. And the idea behind this is to kind of get it to rotate between creatures each week. So like one becomes more viable that week. Maybe the most powerful creatures in the game aren't as powerful the next week, et cetera, et cetera. And that way, like PvPers have a little bit more of a rotation each week to sort of experiment with. Oh, this creature's now become more viable than this creature. So in terms of some of the buffs, this is where the real balancing comes into play, and it's hard for us to judge what the right buffs are. So we're gonna have the testers do their best to scale some of the damage, scale some of the boosts, and then upon release we'll keep an eye on things and see how matchups are affecting, and I'll be in game discussion chatting to some of you about it, and we will scale the buffs relative to what we think they should be. It's very hard to do this though because there are hundreds of creatures, so it's going to be like there are going to be all manner of different metas that could come of this. So I'm hoping that it's going to be interesting for PvPers. Um, Please do let me know when I'm in game discussion how you guys feel once it releases. Once it's out, I'll be very very happy to take your feedback. This will be one of the big changes that happens next week though. So um, cool. Um, PvPWs, yeah. Hopefully
Mhm.
PvPers have something fun to do. Um, In terms of I haven't got too much to say on the achievements gacha. It is what it says on the tin. It's a new gacha which unlocks when you have 100 creatures in the game, and you will be able to spin it like any other creature, and you'll be able
Hmm.
to get the 2 new creatures that have been showcased.
Big crocodile and small hedgehog.
Yeah. Um, would anyone like me to talk about some of the planned stuff? So the if you look at my dev feed post, the in other news bit, I can talk about some of the merch, stomach rumbling. I mean, there's not much to say on that. It is what it says on the tin. Some of
Hmm.
the ideas that I'm planning right now, with the territories and stuff. I could talk about some of that. What are some of you interested in me talking about? Also, I need a drink. Where's my drink? There it is.
The dehydration is setting in.
Yeah. I see a lot of people saying merch. Yeah, I could maybe show off some of the merch. I'm happy to show off some of the merch if for those of you interested. I can also show. I don't know what the gacha cost is going to be yet, guys. Sorry, I need to plan that out actually, but I don't know what
Mm.
the gacha is going to cost yet. It's not going to be too expensive though. I'm not here to gouge people, so um, it will be scaled relative to a late gamer kind of unlocking at 100. So ba, ba, ba. Do you want to do actually, Ren? Do the code first, and then I'll talk about some of the future
Oh my
plans.
god, okay, yeah, sure. That's early though, but all right,
How early
we
are
can
we?
do that.
How
We're
are we?
like 10 minutes off from when we normally do it. That's like,
Nah, let's do it. Let's do it. Go on.
really? Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're asking for it. They want it.
Okay, all right. Let me skedaddle over to live game. What are we thinking? Let me have a little look, see. What was the what code did we do? Let me see. Sage announcements. I think we'd probably do the Ember Spirit plushie, which is the little Bernie boy. Yeah, we can do that. All right. And I think I'll set it up for, I think, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 10 question mark, I think 10. Hopefully that's okay with everyone in here, because otherwise people that aren't in here do little shenanigans and they go and redeem a bunch of them. So is the update today? No. We've just moved the campfire forward today.
Actually, the update was 5 minutes ago. You missed it, man. Yeah, sorry.
Don't say that, they're gonna freak
Oh, rip.
out.
Whoops.
Yeah, you guys missed it. Rip. There's- you missed the whole content. It's all gone. Okay, it seems to be live. Can
Cool.
someone verify? Ember Extravaganza should be live in game. Why are we yelling? It's just gone live, please. It's just got here. But yeah, you guys actually see Dom playing as Ardor Warden. Ardor Warden is actually set to receive a redesign very, very soon. Within the next few weeks, I believe. It
Yeah, it won't
works?
be. It
Awesome.
won't be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. The redesign won't be next week, guys. For what it's worth, I
No.
know people have been asking about that. It'll be in like 3 weeks. So
Hmm.
yeah. Right. Future plans. So I actually wanted to hop in game for this because some of it relates to things like Trade Realm and things like that. So
Yep,
let
yep.
me change my screen share real quick. I'm just gonna hop into the actual game, and let's let's go to Trade Realm, shall we? Let's
Ooh.
make a deal. Let's see what we can get.
Oh no. Guys, he's gonna
Uh,
scam me for a minute. He's gonna take all my money.
what's a Minawi worth these days, guys? Who
One
knows?
mush.
One mush rip.
Yep. Absolutely. Definitely. People said 700,000.
Oh, dude,
Yep.
deal. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
when you first enter Trade Realm, it kind of feels like, well, everyone's at the spawn, and I think that's really hilarious because like you have these lovely denoted areas that someone has made, I believe, probably Wolfragan,
Yeah.
and no one uses
No
them.
one uses them. It's so sad.
It's actually so funny. I think that is the funniest thing in the world, to see a trade realm like that. But um, some of the things I want to do for trade realm is maybe give it a nice overhaul. So right
Mhm.
now we're looking at getting a level designer onto the team. We're going to be doing quite a lot of new level design jobs for COS. And one of the first ones will be revamping this trade world. I don't know if the swamp vibe is nice or not. I might change it to something maybe a little bit nicer. But more importantly, I want to provide more functionality for the traders, because those guys are like the hardcore players. You guys are the ones who like to collect all the different species, and I want to make sure that you guys have different ways to trade those. So, two things. Number one, I want to turn this tree in the middle here into some nice auction podium for
Mhm.
slots. So I think it would be really cool, like in the center of Trade Realm here, if we just have like, oh, we've got some hello gamers, hello. I think it'd be actually so cool if we like in the center of like Trade Realm had this big auction house where the slots go up on a podium and everyone gets to like, place your
Mhm.
bids now, like 50 shooms, 100 shooms. So I think that'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
so cool. And then, yeah, like people could put their different slots up. You could see all the different details of the slot, like its age, what kind of mutations and traits it's got.
Mutations,
So
stuff like that.
yeah.
Mhm.
And in terms of the tree, I think it'd be cool if like the tree was like bigger and like it's like it's almost like the auction house is in the tree, if that makes sense.
That
So
would
I
be
want
cool.
I want to keep the tree, but like it's almost like the roots kind of encompass the auction house. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you have to go under the
you
tree to place your
you'll
place your
you'll
bets,
you'll
place your
picking up
auctions.
what I'm putting down here. So yeah, in terms of people who would find that useful to them, an auction house for slots, yay or nay?
I think your mic did temporarily die, but I think
Oh,
most
did
of
it?
them heard you.
Good,
It's
good.
okay, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, cool. Hell yeah, awesome.
Sick.
All right, guys, cool. The
Awesome.
second one. So we've covered slots. What about everything else in the game that you can trade? I think it'd be really cool to give you guys some way to present your offerings to the players. So surrounding the tree in the auction house, if the folks in game would like to follow me over, I think it'd be very cool to have market stalls.
Guided tour.
So, one thing I want to do is for your slots, you'll be able to auction those. And for everything else in the game, you will have the market stall. So you can put stuff up onto your stall, and players can come around and they can see, oh, this guy's selling an appearance token for one shoom. Don't mind if I do. And it's like you could just literally go up and just buy something, and thank you very much for
Mhm.
your patronage. So that's pretty much the gist of that. So I don't know if you guys have played DA, but like the player market in there is kind of like that, but it's not. It's like you kind of just go up to one place and do it. It's all in like one place. For this one, I want to do like everyone's got their own stand rather than just like one stand. So it's more like Horse Life's one than DA.
Mhm.
So
And it also means that your trades are technically much more secure than just kind of blindly trusting someone over the trade interface. Because, for example, say I give, I don't know, like a Minowi to my trade slot, and Dom says he's gonna buy it for, I don't know, like what, 5 mush, and then I look away for a second, then he's only entered 2, the trade goes through, and I'm sad. But if I do it through the trade store, it's guaranteed to get the exact amount, which is pretty cool. Guaranteed safety for trade, so it's a pretty good benefit as well on the side there, I would say.
yeah. So looking forward to that. So in terms of that, I want to do both systems, guys, auctions and market stalls. And yeah, give you guys different ways to trade in that in COS. So
Mhm.
um one of the big blockers for that right now is I just need a level designer to come in and be able to transform the trade realm into this new in this new world. So and then hopefully what that's going to do is everyone's going to want to go and get their own market stall, and we won't get as many people sort of just camping spawn, and
Yeah.
people you'll see a lot more people moving around. So that's hopefully the play. So that's Trade Realm. Let's
Why am I so small compared to you? What the heck?
let's move on
All right.
to I can talk about some of the other stuff we're talking about. More recipes for nests. Um, would you guys like me to talk a little bit about nesting and some of the ideas we got for that? Territories as well.
Yes, please.
Cool. Yeah. I'll do that, and then I'll do the private servers after that, shall I? Yep. Sounds good. So for nests, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to everyone in Trade Realm because I've got to go to the main game now. Goodbye, everyone. Very nice to meet you all. Can I do the wave? Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks very much. Thanks for stopping on by. So, as you guys know, for the nesters amongst us, we have the new recipes for nests, and you can build out your nests in different ways. One of the ways you do that is by collecting the resources. Oh, oh no, I've the map's
You're
flooded.
probably fine. It's okay.
Help me.
Yeah.
Um, I this is this is not what I wanted. So
This is fine.
the way that you obviously expand your nest is by collecting resources on the map. One of the things I want to do is double down on that. So right now, obviously, only females really have a reason to go and collect resources. Males have absolutely no reason. So what I want to do is try and tie territories into um, using resources in some way. I think it would be really cool if, for example, territories have this kind of domain expansion kind of vibe to them, where
Mm.
you can build out your territory over the map by like taking over little areas, and you can do that by like maybe building some kind of marker there, or maybe like putting down stuff that marks your territory. Um, so that's
You're not
that's
gonna
that's kind
drown.
of one of the plans. Yeah, I am literally drowning now. I thought you said I'd be fine, you liar. No, this is so sad.
Listen,
Oh,
serious.
wait, hold up.
Salvation.
Yes,
Nice.
we did it.
Clutch.
We did it, boys. Look at that. Right, I feel very safe now. Someone's gonna come and murder me though. Watch. Oh, yep, there they are.
Oh, on
Yeah.
cue. Literally on cue. There's, there's actually no way.
That is
Wait.
so funny. That is actually hilarious. Oh god. Right, I think I'm just gonna. I think I just die now. Anyway, the God, stream snipers, man, stream snipers.
Oh God.
Help me, call police
Sorry,
fast.
continue. Where were we before you got
Where
interrupted
were
by
we?
a
Oh, I was talking
evil
about some
keyword?
ideas for territories. Yeah. One thing I want to do as well, guys. I've seen a few people asking for food storage. I'm gonna add food storage to the game as well. And I also want to give more things for nests to do that other than just nesting eggs. Like,
Hmm.
you know, like Minecraft beds. No, I don't know. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not Minecraft beds. But um, maybe, like net like if you can put down your own nest and instead of like eggs, like it's like a type of oh god, yeah, that's so bad. Maybe it's like a type of nest where it's almost like bedding. You can put bedding down and it'll let you like replenish even faster or give you some kind of boost in some way. Those are some ideas I'm having
That's a better
in
comparison.
my head. Yeah, not Minecraft beds. No,
Minecraft.
it's
And the ones that
terrible.
explode in the nether. Yep.
That
Nice.
would be cool though. A trap bed that you go
I
up to a
mean,
nest,
honestly, like,
a trap nest. If an egg stealer goes to it, it just
I mean,
explodes.
we have Reverbell.
That would
Like,
be
Reverbell
hilarious.
explodes. It'd be cool if
Yeah,
Reverbell could rig its own nest to explode.
yeah. I'm
That'd be
surprised I'm
funny.
still alive despite all the
Honestly, I am as
people
well. That
around me.
Hallow is
Yeah.
really disappointing me
You
right now.
guys are. I really appreciate all of you for not killing me.
And not murdering.
Yeah, yeah. I like this. I like you. I like you. Um, I might have to despawn because I can't think straight. Sorry. So those are some of the ideas I've got for territory improvements, guys. Is actually letting you like expand your territory. Maybe like if someone enters your territory, you get notified of it, so it's like you can like fight over the territory in some way.
Hmm.
You have to defend it. Um, yeah, I get dev hacks. I get 1 second menu timer. Yeah, it's dev hacks. So I'm exploiting, guys. Um, yeah, so those are some of the sort of ideas I'm having right now.
Hmm.
TBD on some of these because I'm still planning it out, but these are some ideas. Private servers, because I know we want to talk about that. Um, I want to give private servers some more things to do um, with the servers that they have. So one thing that I've seen a lot of players ask for is like a passive mode, and I think I want to do this. The big thing is whether I want it to disable progression or not, because it would make it like really easy to progress in COS if we allowed progression. So I might like turn off like if imagine you turn on passive mode and then like you'd kind of obviously there's no PvP anymore, but like maybe you stop earning currency now or you
Yeah, that
can't
would make
complete
sense.
missions now. So um
Mhm,
and that way like, you know, like the role players and stuff like that, the people like that like to just sort of hang out and flex all the cool
mhm.
creatures they have, they can do that now without sort of like getting Batista bombed by a KOSer. So
The people
um
that are already commenting about it, he did say in private servers only, it wouldn't be public servers.
yeah, I'd
So
only
there's
do
no
probably
yeah.
only private servers. Yeah. So that those are some of the thoughts I'm having with the passive mode stuff. It would be cool if you could like if we could give you more than just like passive mode as well though. So some ideas
Mhm.
I had was like enabling disabling like food and water. If you're like doing like creature showcases or something and you don't actually want to do the survival aspect, you can do that.
We
Triggering
discussed weather
weather,
too. Yeah, 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 I
yeah,
remember
triggering
this.
weather, triggering disasters, that sort of thing. So that might be cool, and that will give people more reasons to sort of use private servers for different things. But like I said, probably just like it would probably disable progression, and that way you kind of have your own custom server that you can kind of just do your own thing with. So um, yeah, what do people think of that idea? You like the sound of that? Awesome.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
With
Cool.
that, so we become gods. Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. The owner of the server would like become almost
Mhm.
like God, um,
Yeah.
and they can kind of configure things about the world that they would like to, and
Yeah, you
you know,
change your own gameplay to suit your
yeah,
needs.
I have this vision in my head for like how it would look, but like imagine like you could advertise your own private server. It's like here, it almost like Minecraft servers. You know, like how Minecraft servers like each kind of operate in their own ways. Like imagine you have all these different settings you can configure. It's like, hey guys, this is a passive server. You know, like we this is like our this is my role play server, and we do like
Passive
just like
server,
passive
free
role,
growth. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, stuff like
That could be
that. So
cool.
like people can advertise their own private servers as like ways to kind of like experience different game modes in the game. So
Mhm.
I think that'd be cool. Um, yeah. So those are some of the ideas I've been having that I'm working on right now. Um,
Did you want to do a little bit of Q&A because people are asking about questions and
oh
stuff?
yeah, definitely, definitely.
We
Yeah,
can touch
let's
on a little bit of Q&A. You can go ahead with your first question if you want.
sure, let's do it. One of the first questions we had was is there a button to hide UI in the customization menu? Is that planned? So if I go and edit my creature, we're talking about this menu, I think, aren't we? Yep, customization menu. For the sake of easier time taking pictures on creatures. Yeah, I thought about adding like a button here that like, just adds and minimizes like some of these windows. Like you can just click this and we just haven't gotten around to it yet, but it is on my to-do list. So yes, good suggestion. Thank you very much. Another question was, will we ever get more uses for resources that can be found on the map besides for just nesting, like creatures being able to craft things? Yes, this is something I want to do more of. I want to add, like I said, like crafting food storage for yourself, so you can create like a little nest in a cave somewhere
Mhm.
with your nest and your food storage, and maybe like you can add like a door to the cave so people can't get in. Like that would be cool. Um, and yeah, like give you guys more ways to like use these like resources to make things. So I think that would be really cool. Yeah, the creatures have grown a brain. They are evolving. So
They
yeah.
are.
Did
Someone
you
else
guys ever
asked,
play? Oh
oh no,
yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask if anyone like played Spore, because I kind of think like I used to play
Yes.
Spore back in the day, back when it
That was
first
what I was
came
gonna
out.
ask. Someone said, "Is it kind of like Spore?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Mhm."
dude, I played Sport when I was 12 when it came out, and I played that game to the death. I love that game. So
Spore is
I'm
awesome.
a lot of my inspiration for creature games comes from games like that, and also like Path of Titans and games like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, Spore is the
Spore is the
OG.
OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they'd make Spore 2, but they won't because EA Games sucks. But whatever. Um,
Dang it.
yeah.
Someone else asked, will all wardens eventually receive an exclusive ability that only they can use? Yes. We have the Ardor Warden ability in development. Recently, we had the Hellion Warden ability finished. That's in game. The next one to receive an ability, I believe, is going to be the Gara Warden. So that's something we have planned at some point this year. And I think we can probably also fit a couple more in this year, right, Dom? Pretty sure. If we really wanted to.
If the team are up for it, we are
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
happy to do it.
We'll see what we'll see what we can do with the time we have. Not promising anything, but we'll see.
We will
And
see.
someone else asked, will past events like the disaster mini event or the LSS come back? Yes, yes, and yes.
Yep.
Disaster event is coming up this year again. It's going to be happening for I believe a two-ish week period, and there will be a new creature joining us. So I'm very very hyped for that. And
Yeah, I can
LSS will also be returning as usual. So
I can tell you exactly when these events are coming out because I've got them on my calendar. So right now, subject to change, Disaster would be May 16th and run until May 30th. And then what was the other one? LSS? Was that LSS?
LSS.
And for Land Sea Sky, that will be June 6th to July 4th, right in time for
Cool.
the fireworks event.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Woo.
Yeah, so that's the gist of it. Obviously, subject to change, but those are the
Yep.
deadlines for those two
Yep.
different events. What I'm trying to do, guys, for what it's worth, just is build up like a long-term roadmap for the events, so they kind of always come out at the same time each year. Um, and then hopefully that'll help you guys keep track of it all better because we'll be able to put like a
Mhm.
calendar up, and you'll know exactly when all these events are coming
And
out.
hopefully less guessing as well, because
Yeah,
guessing seems to be every single year we have, is this event returning?
yeah.
Usually, I want to say like
I'd like
99%
to.
certainty, most of our events are going to return, like the
Yeah,
ones that
I'd
we
like
already have, the
I'd
core
like to
ones,
put like a big yeah, I'd like to put a big calendar up somewhere so everyone can
for
see
sure.
what the events all are.
Mhm.
So, right, next question. Um, will there ever be a point where weekly creatures stop being added? So, um, I want to say the short answer is yes, but they would be released in like groups instead. So, for example, we're doing two creatures next week.
Mhm.
So you're getting a new gacha without so there's not going to be a new creature this week, but there's going to be two next week.
Yep.
And then oh hello, how you doing?
Oh no.
Um so there may be like situations where maybe one creature doesn't come out this week, maybe and then two are next week, or maybe we do three in one go. Um Not sure yet, but
There would be gaps.
we're gonna
That's not
yeah,
probably,
we're
yeah.
probably gonna start like, taking a bit more of a relaxed approach and having some gaps in between them. So hopefully that answers some of what you were asking. But yeah, sorry I can't promise too much on that because we're still pretty new to the whole road mapping for what new creatures are coming out. But I don't want to just shotgun creatures into the game willy-nilly without thinking a little bit more methodically about it first. So next question would be would it ever be possible for traits or mutations to be passed down from mother to child through nesting? I think it'd be a really cool future. Yeah, I think on paper it sounds pretty cool. One thing I'm just worried about is like they're quite rare, and I don't want to make them too common because that might upset the balancing. Um, Maybe there's like a small buff you could get if the mother has like a certain trait. But like I wouldn't want to guarantee it or anything just because like it would make those traits and mutations way too easy to get. But happy to entertain ideas like that though. Just want to make sure the balancing's good on that first. So, oh, and for people asking about aquatic nests, it's still on my to-do list. It kind of ties into getting a level designer because I kind of hodgepodged a bunch of resources together for the land one. But I need a level designer to kind of do some of the new aquatic nest models and getting some of the specific aquatic nests in. But you can hold me to it. I want to do aquatic nest recipes. I will be doing them. Aquatics will get their nest recipes. So um, I'll do one more question and I'll throw it back to you, Sinner. But the next question is: there are nearly 400 creatures in the game. I can tell you how many there are. I think there's 378 at the moment, which is quite a lot. Will there be more save slots in the game? This is the real question. The issue we're running into right now is we don't have enough. Oh, where'd Sinner go? Damn, he's gone. It's just me, guys. Um, quick, while he's gone, say something nice about Sinner. Yeah, the
I
save
heard
slot
that.
thing. Oh, welcome back. The the save slot thing, we're kind of limited. Roblox gives us 4 megabytes to work with to save like data, and we also have to save like all the different like combinations of colors that you can have on like 11 different save slots. So we can't add more save slots unless Roblox gives us more data to work with. Does that make sense? If they give us more like space to save data in, we can give you more save slots, but otherwise we can't. So yeah. I can do Sinner, do you want to do another question?
Yeah, sure. We had a question about like mutation stacking. Again, this seems to be something that is repeatedly asked in a lot of campfires. So I'm tempted at some point to do some kind of like maybe post about this in dev feed just to get you all aligned. But essentially, like mutations don't really stack the way that you guys expect because they use different materials. And if we try to make them stack, say for example like shimmer and diamond or something like that, because the diamond mutation uses a specific material, it would then be clashing with the shimmer who's trying to apply neon, if that makes sense. So those two mutations can't physically coexist. It would just break. So that's why they don't really have stacking enabled, and it's also why we don't really want to try and enabling it in the future because it just won't work with a lot of them, and will make a lot of broken kind of like
You you
outcomes.
you
And
talk about like
with
having two mutations on one
yes,
thing.
enabling the same thing visible at the same time.
Yeah.
And the same
Did
thing
I
happens with Glowtail and Shimmer as well. Like the neon parts kind of stack over each other. It's not the worst, but if we allow stacking for one, it doesn't really make sense for them all to be broken apart from like one or two.
I maybe I can show you this what I have right now if I change my screen share. Uh
You're being thrown through a wall.
I am. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pause that for a second and just show you. This is my horrendous spreadsheet that I have right now, and it has every mutation listed out in the game. And
Oh,
what I plan to do at some point is go through like, okay, what happens if I have Glowhead and um
that's a
like
really bad example, but
like
yes.
yeah, like Glowhead and Glowtail, for example,
Yeah.
or what happens if I have yeah, like can I have Glowhead and Glowtail? Can I have Shimmer and Amethyst? And like
Mhm.
work out whether those two actually like fit together or not. And I will
Yeah.
try and get some of these combinations working. I
Yeah.
haven't had time to do it yet because it's like quite a big task, but like this is my spreadsheet of all the different mutations in the game, and what I'll do is
Yeah.
I'll say, yep, this one works together, this one doesn't work together, and make sense?
Mhm.
Making
But
the
for now, it's
mutations
not
work
an
together.
it's not a super easy little like on and off switch. So we'll get that done and then we'll get back to you guys with that once we have results, basically. Yes, there is a glowhead mutation. It is not public. It's a thing that is given to people for finding
It is a
big problems.
it is a special mutation for special
Special,
reasons.
special. Yes.
Um,
Sometimes
Cool.
you'll lie.
I'll do another question.
Go ahead.
Can role exclusives and event creatures get the upcoming stat boost expansions like with regular gacha creatures? Yes. So they are going to be eligible to get the stat boost because we're going to do 20 creatures. It kind of makes sense that like
Yeah.
we can let any creature have this boost now because 20 of them will get it at once. So
Hmm.
um, it's casting a wider net. So yeah, I'm probably going to let like any creature in the
Yeah.
game get one of those boosts. So
Nice.
all right. Next question.
Can I go ahead with the next one about the
Oh
unique
yeah.
rules and growls and stuff? Okay,
Sure.
so someone asked about creating unique calls for creatures for every single species. That would be quite a large workload for developers. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's definitely up there on the higher amount of tasks that we would have to get through every single week for probably like a year to catch up. Um, but we may get a couple of new batches of sounds at some point. I do actually have one that's been made that we could start introducing to the lower tiers, lower tier species. Very, very cute sounding kind of chirps. something we could use for a lot of small bird species in the game as well. As for new sounds rolling out frequently, though, probably going to wait until we have a dedicated sound designer for that. Right now, it's basically just like a couple people that do it when they have the time. But I would really like to get a creature sound designer, maybe at the studio at some point for like multiple games. That could be really, really cool. But we, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Kind of a wait and see situation with that one. Dom, I think you can probably go ahead with the next question as well, if you would
Oh
like to.
boy, it's my turn again.
Quick fire.
Cooldowns for picking up moss and mud. Yeah, I think it's a minute right now. We could probably make that like so. One of the questions, guys, is could we change the cooldowns for picking up moss and mud? Very short answer, yes, we can. I think
Hmm.
it's 1 minute right now, but we could make it like 30 seconds to make it a little bit easier because
Yeah.
it kind of locks you out from being able to grab those ones a little bit too quickly. So, and then the next question is nest saving. Would that be considered? So the short answer is no. I don't want to do nest saving. I know it kind of sucks if you get disconnected from the game though, and like you're like halfway through making a tier 5 nest. That does kind of suck. So I'll see what I can do with that to make it easier to make the nests, but I don't want to do like nest saving because I quite like that, like, it's just for that session.
Yeah.
Um, it gives you something to do in the game. And like, if you imagine you max out a nest and now your nest is maxed out, well, now you got nothing to do again. Um,
Only
so
slightly
that's,
problematic.
yeah. So I'll see what I can do about like maybe like if you disconnect or something, like maybe the nest still comes back or something. I don't know.
We could have a
Um,
timer. We could do maybe like if you disconnect within like
maybe,
5 minutes,
yeah,
if you rejoin maybe or something. I don't know. We'll think of something maybe. We'll have a
maybe, yeah.
brainstorm.
Maybe. To be honest, I maybe the nest recipe should just be easier at that point. So again,
Yeah. We'll
that
see.
these are the kind of things I don't want to make nest saving permanent though. So that's
No.
just the only thing. So
Hmm.
and then the final question I've got is about console chat. Console
Yes.
recently got chat in some of the games, and COS currently doesn't support it. It's on our backlog, so we haven't got around to it yet. But I want to add console chat to the game. It's part of an overall modernization of chat that we are going to have to do at some point, because Roblox have forced all the games on Roblox to update to their new chat system. So we are going to have to be forced to um, do modernize the chat, and when we
Yep.
do that, I'll make sure that console can also chat in game as well. So
Yep. For sure.
yeah,
What's the new chat? Roblox they've
yeah.
updated their end.
Between you and me, it's not as good. It's not,
No.
but they are they are
Don't.
they are forcing every game to update to this new
Yeah.
chat. So
We
I
don't
don't I
really have
don't
a choice, guys.
yeah. So we'll see. Maybe it will be as good. I don't know, but I don't
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be as I don't. But they are forcing us. So rip.
Yep. Yep. Very
Um,
sad. It is what it
next
is. It's
question.
okay. I
Next
will
question.
go over my last couple, and then I think we will have a little bit of time before we close out because
Nice.
it's almost been an hour, so we've made good time. Um, Someone asked, could we see flyers or behemoths getting any form of nerf in the future? Right now, a lot of species go unused as these two classes of creatures absolutely dominate the player base currently due to either being unkillable aside from other behemoths, or they have mobility advantages such as flyers who are normally a tier or two above their strength cap. So, good question. The stat team obviously consistently make balancing changes every single week. They are, obviously working with what is it, like 370 species plus. So it will take a little bit of time for changes to roll out. Obviously, they do that every single week without fail. Um, but when it comes to specifically like flyers, we've been discussing, I think, ways to make them feel like really, really good still, while also not absolutely decimating things. Because you guys know the amount of times you've been like a terrestrial and you get like ganged up on by like 50 flyers, and there's not really much you can do. I kind of feel like revisiting that maybe at some point could be good statistically so that you guys don't keep getting like bullied by things that you should be able to kill, if that makes sense. So it is on our radar. Um, but there's just like a lot of creatures, if that makes sense. Like we would like to find resolutions to all these problems, obviously, but I can't promise any specific solution just yet, I think, right, Dom? Pretty sure. Like we're
Yeah,
going to
well,
be revisiting it at some stage,
yeah, no,
I think,
props to the stat testers because they have
for
an
sure.
absolutely impossible task balancing all these
Yeah.
creatures, man. I actually don't know how
Yeah.
they do it because they are doing the Lord's work. So
Yeah.
I'll bring that to them. We'll have a discussion about it. I'll let you know if anything comes of that. All right?
Yeah. They managed to balance creatures in a way that there really shouldn't be balance, if that makes sense. Like this game, there are so many species. Balance is almost not really an option at this point, but they still find a way to do it, which is insane. So,
Yeah.
um, I will skip ahead to I think let me see. The question about map design, how much progress has been made on the redesigned swamp? I'd say like 50% of the way there. We're just waiting on a couple of different parts from different artists until I'm actually happy with it, and then we can ship once it's been reviewed and stuff and tested. But I'd say maybe like a month or so out, there were a little bit of a delay that we encountered, so it's been pushed back a little bit, unfortunately, but it's still in development. Desert is going to be happening a lot later. That's not really next on the hit list. But Central Rock Faces, I believe Dom and I have discussed changing up a little bit, so it's not just a carbon copy
It
of
looks
Pride
like
Rocks.
Pride Rocks, and I keep getting confused between the two.
Yeah, we're going to tweak one of them. I'm not sure which one. We'll change one of them a little bit so it's easy to identify. Um, And the last thing, let me double check what it was a question about sky aquatics. So you guys know the little silly sky aquatics like Ulium, the little death ray, little death manta ray. Um, those type of creatures aren't very popular. I will be fully transparent. Not many people play them because they're a very, very niche type of gameplay. So you have to fly a lot between the air and the water. Some people do like to be on land at times, but sky aquatics obviously do dehydrate and they poof if they're on land for too long. So I think it's namely just like a popularity reason. They are fun, but I think it's not really like something for everyone, if that makes sense. It's not really like the main popular kind of gameplay type. So that's why we don't make too many of them. But I do think I have an aquatic planned for this year, or two or three of them. Can't really remember off the top of my head. And I think there's a sky aquatic as well. Pretty sure, maybe one or
Hmm.
two. I don't remember, but I'll have to check my roster. But definitely it's something that we want to work on releasing at some point. I think definitely not going to like stop adding them if that makes sense. So and I guess the final thing I'll answer is just like one last question about updating aquatic areas and aquatics in general. Again, something Dom and I have discussed, giving aquatics some like cool features or mechanics and stuff while also making them feel a little bit less fishbowled. And I guess I'll segue into the fact that swamp is going to feel a lot deeper and a lot nicer for fish. So there's going to be like a nice new area for you guys to explore as aquatics too. So pretty hyped for that. I'm not gonna lie, I've been working on it for quite a long time. So um, but I think that's everything, right? Pretty
Nice.
sure we've got through
One
everything. Yeah.
one last thing to show to you
Go ahead.
guys. You want to see the merch?
Yes.
You want to see the merch? I have some pictures.
Merch time.
Um,
You can chuck him in stage announcements if you would like.
yeah. Let me make sure I've got some nice pictures of it. For this one, guys, we're gonna do three items coming out next. One of them is going to be a hoodie, the other is going to be a t-shirt, and the other is going to be a desk mat, mouse pad.
Hey,
Um, let me see if I can. Let me
little
make sure I can
sealess
share my
mouse pad.
screen.
I really want that. It's so
I'm
cool.
I'm gonna buy it because I actually really I need a new this one I have a Star
Yeah.
Citizen mouse pad right now and it's so worn out and so I need
Oh
a new
no.
one. I think you guys are gonna quite like this one. Um, I think I can just show this. I don't think I'm.
Side eye.
I need to make sure I screen share the right thing. There we go.
You can just put the image in. Oh, that works. I
See
guess.
that, guys?
Yes.
So our first one is the Ardor Warden hoodie. So we have the Boreal hoodie. We now have the Ardor Warden hoodie. Let me get a back picture of it. It's going to be available in white and black,
Like,
respectively, which is very nice. See if I've got a back picture. Yep, here's the picture of
it's
it
so
from the back.
pretty.
Very nice.
So cool.
I like it.
This is my favorite
Um,
design we've done so far.
yeah, it's really cool.
It's the
Yep,
one thing I can't see.
Here's what it looks like in
Can you
black.
guys see the stream?
Rip.
Uh,
Someone take pictures of them. Quick.
So quick.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we can quickly just shove, I guess, a couple of pictures into stage
I know
notes. Do you want to take a picture of them and then put them in there? They
uh,
can see. Oh, they can. Never
the
mind, they
commun
can. Never mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That is so that's the first item. Second item is something we had ready last time. Oh, actually no. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Here's the
well,
mouse pad.
there it is.
It's we wanted to do like a landscape picture of Oasis, like everyone
It's a
hanging out
wafer.
in Oasis. This one's rectangular, but you can get them in different sizes. So you can get like a smaller one, a slightly rectangular one, and then like if we go back to that, a very rectangular one.
I
It's
love the
very nice.
Vemoras
Yep.
in the sky, and there's a little puff up on the top left.
Yeah,
Very, very cute.
it's very cool. The only thing unrealistic is the high ghost in Oasis, because this should be like just getting destroyed right now by everyone because
Or yelling.
no one likes high ghosts.
Yeah.
That's the only unrealistic thing about this artwork. Um, um, yep, that's the mouse pad, and then the final one
Wow.
is a T-shirt with the COS pin, COS logo on it, and a very nice picture on the
Hey.
back. Yeah.
I love that little
Yeah.
style. Is very, very cool.
I'm probably this is definitely one I'm gonna buy because I need more t-shirts and this is my kind of style. So
Yeah.
and I
Sweet.
think it's very nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, we can
Cool.
still wait. So we
Can
can
everyone
still
just
hear a
like
game in the background.
can everyone just like hear me getting absolutely
Yes.
destroyed in the background? Should we tab in and see what's going on? Where's Dom now?
I was
In
like, what is that noise? And then I
oh
realized
god.
it's game audio.
Help me. This is a
Oh, that's a
tragedy.
halu. I heard a
Yeah.
halu. I don't see anything,
I
but
am
I
s- I
hear
am
it.
starving. I'm starving to death right now. Can I
Ah,
can I can I have food, please? Thank you.
I like how this is just t-shirt stream still.
Give me
It's great.
sustenance. Yeah.
We can't
Um.
see anything.
Cool. Yeah. Right. I think that pretty much wraps things up, ladies and gents. Thank you very much. Wow. My captor was so magnanimous to let me. Um. Yeah. Hope you guys
Nice.
got what you wanted out of the Q&A and stuff. Happy to talk about some things as we go. If you see me in game discussion, feel free to shoot me a message. Always happy to talk to you guys. But really appreciate you take the time to come on down and listen to us talk about
Yeah.
creatures and scenario at the campfire.
And be sure to attend the next one in
Yep.
a week and a bit time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm off to go and take my little Dachshund for a walk now, and
Cute.
you should. Oh, quick question about the merch. Yeah, you'll see the merch in game either this Friday or next Friday. Just to
Yes.
let you know, it'll be in the merch. So,
I
thanks
hope
very
you
much
guys have a
for
good rest of your day, or your
yeah, thanks.
evening, or your morning.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Really appreciate always talking to you. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
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 I'm just doing a dance holding my cat, in case anyone's wondering why I sound like I'm standing up. Okay. My cat's waving. See you guys in a bit. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. No one fall over. All right. Ciao, ciao, ciao.